Right, that looks absolutely wonderful. So for you guys out there, if you like drones, if you like the wilderness, if you like forest, if you like the great outdoors, like I do for instance, please go and subscribe and do me a favour. I really am trying my absolute hardest to try and make this particular channel one which promotes drones, which promotes the great outdoors and wilderness and wildlife. So if you do like that kind of thing, please subscribe. So what I tend to do on my channel to promote the great outdoors, what I do is get my DJI drones up. I fly fairly low and fairly slow as well, and I like to stop and just see the wilderness for what it is. So out there you've got deer, possibly foxes, you might even see a lesser spotted great British yeti, you never know. There have been reports of yetis in this particular area. So what we're going to do, we're going to set ourselves up, we're going to fly the Flip first. I like flying the Flip because the camera's really good on that one. Get myself out there, and when I've kind of flipped around enough, I'll come back, we go to a different location, and then I'm going to fly my Neo. Anyway, enough of me and a lot more of that. Okay, so we're going to shoot in 4K, 60 frames per second on the Flip, H.264 rather than 265. And we've got it on cine mode as well, and we're going to get filming, and away we go. Right, this thing does fly quite a bit faster actually than the Neo, so I've got to be quite careful. Even on cine mode it still goes quite quick. In fact, it's a lot quicker than a Neo. I'm going to try and keep it in a fairly straight line. I don't like to go belting around like the FPV kind of stuff, because when you're belting around like that, you can't always appreciate or see the wonderments of nature. So I tend to just cruise around. I just cruise around just to see what I can see. And it's lovely wood, and it really is a lovely wood as well. Okay, I don't want to go too far out, I just want to go kind of on my limit really, just about my limit before it starts kind of glitching up. What I call glitching up is when you get the pixelation within the picture itself, which is kind of what I've got at the moment. It's just on the outer limits, I think, of my signal strength. So I'm just going to bring it back towards the kind of the home point really. Yeah, it's glitching up quite badly. Okay, right, so we've flown it out. Now we're going to fly it back. I'm just really looking to see what there is in this particular part of the wood. I've not been in this particular part before. It's just absolutely wonderful out here. It really is just such a lovely place to be. Great way to de-stress, just to get away from the world just for a while, just to really connect once again with nature. Just a great way to really relax and just to see what there is. You know, I feel so very fortunate, you know, to be able to get out to places like this. There are many people in this world who are unable to do what I'm kind of doing. They cannot get out to places like this. and it must be really kind of frustrating for them that they cannot get out to places like this. So what I kind of do is bring these places to them and all the wonderments which it has to offer. So it really is a stunning place to really come out, and so wild as well. Just taking it just past myself, just gone behind me. I'm just going to go into a different part, just over this pathway. Get yourself a nice cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or whatever your poison is. Sit back and just admire the landscape for what it is. It's just lovely, it's wild. So many thanks to those people who have already subscribed to my channel. Much appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time to watch and also to comment. It really does mean quite a lot to me when people take the time out of their day to actually come and just watch my content. I do try my absolute best to give you something which is exciting, fairly viewable. I'm not really into the rush, the smash bang and the wallop which some drone flyers kind of do. I'm not really into that so much. I did try the FPV a few days ago. It was kind of interesting. I have learnt one or two things, and thank you to one of my watchers, subscribers, commenters who said to me, get yourself on Amazon and go and buy one of these alarms, so if your drone does fall out of the sky, it will emit a beeping sound. I've actually gone on Amazon, I bought one. Thank you very much for that. It's fantastic. It should be arriving today actually, so and that's a good thing about coming together as a community, because it's growing all the time. We can actually come together and we can kind of bounce off one another to help one another, you know, in this what is a fantastic hobby. To have drones are just amazing things. They can go places where, you know, we just would not go. Generally speaking, we would not go to a place like this. Okay. Right, so we're going to bring it back towards the home point. I've not spotted anything yet. I mean, there are quite a few big herds of deer in this particular wood. It's just really a matter of kind of searching them out. You know, it's not my intention to harass or harangue wildlife. It is really my intention just to get out here and just to show people, you know, the absolute beauty this place has to offer, and there's just plenty of it. So anyway guys, we're shooting on the DJI Flip. DJI very kindly sent me a brand new one last week, because the last one I had, for some reason, it just was not acting as a DJI ought to act. I do hold DJI in very high esteem. They make some fantastic products. I would suggest, if you are to buy a drone, I would go to DJI directly online, and I would order your drone or your accessories or whatever else, your cameras, from DJI. And also I would also get the care package with that as well. Without the care package, which cost me £39, I would have had to have sent this drone off, and it would have cost me perhaps a lot of money to get it repaired. But I've got the care package, and I sent it off, and within, I think, about a week or so, well, they contacted me and they said, look, you know, we're going to send you out a new drone. Absolutely fantastic customer service, second to none. I cannot fault really their products, and I cannot fault their customer service. They're such a fantastic company. Now, a lot of people, they kind of knock this particular drone. They knock it, you know, yeah, okay, so this is a bit different to your normal DJI drone. You know, it's a bit like Marmite. Either you love it or you hate it. I'm beginning to love it. I do like the clarity of the video, which is very, very important to me. That's one of the reasons why I purchased the drone. It has got some protection around the props, which for me is an absolute must, because you can see where I'm flying. And I've got some big plans for this drone. You know, come the spring, come the summertime, I really do want to get out to places like this and go and search out some deer and really get those lovely early morning shots when the mist is kind of in the air. That's what I want to try and do with this drone. Yeah, so yeah, I've got plans. I've got plans for this little drone. Right, so we'll take it off in a homeward direction. We've been up for nearly 9 minutes now, basically, and I'm down to 66% battery power. I mean, the battery life's amazing on this thing, it really is, compared to the Neo. The Neo, you're lucky if you get maybe 15-16 minutes fly time with it. With this particular one, I'm getting probably triple that, if not double. Right, we're just going to have a quick scoot over here just to go over the other side of this particular little wood. We're just going to have a wander in here, see what there is. So yeah, it's just wonderful out here, isn't it? It's just wonderful. Okay, right, so there we go. That's almost 11 minutes. We're going to be bringing it back in a homeward direction. I think we're going to land this thing. I think we're going to change over to the little Neo, and we'll have that thing flying around. We can do a bit more with the Neo. It can be a bit more, let's say, adventurous or semi-reckless, let's say. It's probably closer to the truth, isn't it? And yeah, here we go. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What a great flight that was. I hope you really enjoyed that. That was absolutely just stunning to me. It was absolutely stunning. I really, really enjoyed that, just the way this area is, the whole forest itself. I don't think I saw anything. Really doesn't matter to me, because it's really just about getting out here, being in this place, which is just amazing. Good for mind, body and the soul. Okay, so I'm going to fly the Flip on follow mode and also the Neo as well. I'm just going to walk myself out of the wood.
3, 2, 1. Ronin. Circle. Rocket. Spotlight. Direction. Follow. Bar. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so I've got the on follow mode. I've got the DJI Neo. I've also got the Flip up as well. Let's see how they get on following me out of this wood. I'm going to go to our next destination now. Okay, following each other, always getting close, getting rather close. Okay. I think we're doing okay. I think they're very, very close together. I think they're about a foot apart, thereabouts. Could make some interesting footage. Let's head on down here, I think. Well, they are close, aren't they? Yeah, they're very close together, I think. Right, so we're going to go and fly in the woods over there now. This is a DJI Neo, 4K, 30 frames per second. Here we go. Gonna have a look then, guys. Just go and see what there is in this wonderful place. We're going to be flying this one around, so I'm going to be a bit more reckless with this one in a sense, in a very loose sense, by the way. Yeah, so I'm not flying this FPV. FPV was fun. I don't think FPV is for everyone, by the way. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy, isn't it? The old FPV there. But I did kind of enjoy it. But I'm just using my phone at the moment. I think at some point I probably will kind of migrate over towards the FPV, but I won't be putting it on the crazy mode, let's say. I much prefer it on the horizontal rather than having it banking around and whatever else it does. It's a bit too crazy for me, to be honest. Okay. Right, we're just going to fly this one in a big circle, really. We're just going to try and shoot for the gaps. You can go kind of semi-reckless with this thing, just because it is a Neo and it can take an absolute hammering. It's a fun drone. The camera obviously is not as good as, let's say, the Flip I was flying earlier, but nonetheless it's still very, very good. And obviously when I get it into my edit suite, I can actually tweak it up to make it look even better than the raw file. So that's a good thing. Right, we need to go in this direction. Just take it in a big square, really. Take it back into the forest, get back over towards my home point. Gonna lose some elevation now. Just heading it over towards my home point. I'm going to go past myself in a moment and take it out into the wood, which is going to be behind me. Okay, right, just going to shoot for that gap. Need to lose a bit of elevation to do that. Okay, there's a bit of a gap there somewhere. I think I'm just going to try and go for it if I possibly can. There we go. Yeah, I did see some videos regarding what you're shooting and what format. And it does kind of appear that if you are to, let's say, shoot in 4K, 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second as I do, 30 frames per second as I do, and you're sort of doing a lot of yawing, a lot of moving around, what you want to be doing is shooting in 1080p at 60 frames per second. Apparently that's better, because when you're kind of moving around, yawing an awful lot from left to right and right to left and whatever else, the frame rate is really important. The more frames you can get, the less blurry the footage actually seems. Okay, right, that looks kind of interesting over there. Let's see what we can see, shall we? Let's take it off in an outward direction just to see what there is. A different part of the wood, this one, but we're just going to fly it low, fairly slow. Just going to try and just, oops, wow, look at that. I mean, isn't it incredible? I mean, just the way this thing kind of just behaves. The DJI Neo is just an amazing drone. If you've got one of these guys, then you probably have got one of the best drones I think DJI have ever made. Okay, yes, the gimbal is kind of all right, 2-axis gimbal. The camera is not the best, but it's adequate, you know, for what I want to do with it. It's perfectly okay, to be honest. It's great for doing stuff like this. It can take an absolute beating. It's just a great all-round drone. It really, really is, and it just goes places where you wouldn't normally go. Okay. Well, we're just flying around low. Not going to go too fast. I actually want to see what's in the wood. When you're doing FPV, you can't always see what's in the wood. I'm just going to bring it back in a kind of a homeward direction. Just going to lose signal otherwise. We're just shooting for those little gaps, really. Just get some excitement going on. Whoops. Okay, well, it's still in a flyable condition.
Visual positioning failure, unable to return automatically.
Right.
Pay attention to flight safety.
Okay, well, it's just did something a bit strange then, but I think I'm back in control with it. Not that I ever lost control. It just goes a bit strange sometimes, that's all. But, yeah, so yeah, the Flip is a completely different kind of a drone. You just cannot fly the Flip the way you kind of fly this thing, because you really are asking for trouble if you do. Okay, right, it's a bit busy around here, so I'm just gonna pick a line and just gonna go for it, pretty much. That's kind of what I do, really. Don't think I can get down low enough to get under that, unfortunately. Okay. Right. Okay, we're just going to go off-piste for a bit. What I call off-piste, anyway. You just go into places where you wouldn't normally go, let's say. To me, that's kind of off-piste. Just really having fun, just picking a line and then just flying into it. Yeah. Wow, just zigzagging around now, just shooting for the gaps, really, just having fun, just enjoying my little bit of time out here, really. Just loving every minute of it. Just being outside is just amazing, it really is. Ah, right, okay. Well, I couldn't quite get under that one. I tried, it just wouldn't go down low enough. I'm going to try taking it off, but I don't know if it's going to, I don't think it's going to have it, actually. It's only 40 meters away. Okay, it's taken off. There's something directly above me. I don't think it's going to be able to actually take off. I think there's a log or a tree above me. Yeah, there we go, look. Okay, it's absolutely screaming away and it's literally just there. So we're just going to go and pick it up. We're down to 23% battery, so I haven't got an awful lot of fly time left, unfortunately. Yeah, it just couldn't get low enough, I don't think. I tried to take it off and it wouldn't take off, and it's on its back now, so that's no good to man nor beast, is it? Anyway, I've got another battery, I'll put that one in. Bit more fly time, and then we can go and enjoy some more around this what is kind of a natural obstacle course. Right, straight away I can see a bit of a gap there. We're just going to fly through that one.
Home point
Away
updated.
he goes. Whoops. Okay, come on then. Let's have a last little flight for maybe 5 minutes, just to scout around this area, just to really see what there is in here. There might be something, there might be nothing. It's just nice to get out here, really, just to be part of this again. I'm able to kind of breathe once again, just get out of the big town, out of the madness, get into some serenity, let's say. Whoops, a daisy. Oh dear, that's not so good, is it? But it's fine, because it means I've got to go in there and get it. That's not going to take off from there, is it? That looks like it's at a bit of an angle. Let's go and find it. Okay, so we've come to the end of my video for yet another day. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, I would ask if you could please like, and also if you haven't subscribed, just please pop down there and hit the old subscribe button. It is free, and also hit the notification bell as well, just to alert yourself of any new videos and content which I make. And talking of content, I'm hoping to get back out here again in a couple of days. I've got a few little things arriving, let's say, in the post, which I want to be trying out. So that could be quite interesting, I think. Anyway, so just to get out to a place like this, as I keep saying, it's just a wonderful experience, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, so there we go. And the drones themselves, once again, acted impeccably. You cannot go far wrong with the old DJI drones, guys. For us civies out here, I think DJI is probably, the go-to place. And if you are thinking of getting yourself a drone, then I would most definitely recommend to you the DJI series. The Neo's an absolute outstanding drone, and if you are going to get a drone, I would go to DJI.com. And not that they're sponsoring me, I just had a great experience when buying my stuff, let's say, from them, and personally I wouldn't go anywhere else. Anyway, guys, I just want to say thanks for watching. Take care. Please like, share and subscribe, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye for now.